Okay, we just changed out the power steering pump in a 1994 K1500 pickup, and now we're going to show you how to bleed it. We've got the wheels jacked up on both sides so that you can turn the wheels freely without resistance on the floor. And now we sit here and we watch the reservoir, and we should see some bubbles coming up. So go ahead, Pate. So we filled it a little too much and it's leaking out a little. Now you can see some of the old fluid mixing in and some of the bubbles coming up. But our goal here is to make sure the gearbox is full and all the lines are full before we start it up, just so we make sure we don't burn up the pump or ruin any of the gearbox. So not as many this time. There's usually a lot more bubbles that you see when you replace the whole system. And you can see a few smaller bubbles in there as he turns it back and forth. I've heard the rule of thumb is to do it about 15 turns each way. But really, you want to make sure you do it until the bubbles stop. So if you can see, there's a lot of tiny bubbles in there, and if you run this with air in the system, your fluid will start to get really murky and milky, and that's when you know you've got too much air in your system and you need to bleed your system out. Okay, go ahead. So you can still see a few more bubbles coming up, and the level of the fluid is going down. Looks like we may have to suck a little bit back out of the reservoir before we finish this all off. Some more bubbles. What he's doing now is he's taking it to the limit and he's bouncing it off the limit a little bit, just to make sure that he gets most of the bubbles out. Anyway, that's how you bleed your steering system. Sure. Now that we have it all bled and started it up, we put the wheels back down on the ground. And he's going to turn it and put some real load on it. You can see there's a little bit of air there coming through. So I'm just going to watch it and make sure that the level stays where it's supposed to.